are not hidden. There's never been a moment you were forgotten. You are not hopeless. Though you have been broken, your innocence stolen. I hear you whisper underneath your breath.
So my fiance and I started going to AA in December of 2018, and we knew we both had a problem. We did pretty well for about 4 months. We went to meetings, and we didn't do any drugs or drink. I was, an opiate user, trying to recover from that, but I just didn't know what to do. Like, I just knew I didn't need to do it, but I didn't know how to stop. But we were trying to do it together. On that trip, on the way back, we stopped in Charlotte, and we got what he thought was heroin, and we snorted it in the car. The last thing I remember, I was driving the car, and he was slumped over on the dash of the car. I was driving, he was in the passenger seat. He was not moving, and I was trying to get him to wake up, and he wouldn't wake up. And I was going in and out of consciousness, trying to drive a car. I don't remember this, but I got to a parking lot in Belmont. Later I found out that I went into the parking lot and I bumped into a car. Someone saw us, and they called 911. And the window, had the doors locked. So when EMS or police, I'm not sure who got there first, they had to break the window to get to us. We were both not breathing. The next thing I remember, I'm waking up on a stretcher in the back, going into an ambulance, and I've been told that my friend they're doing CPR on my friend, and that was Danny, and that I had been given Narcan twice. He died that day. When we got to the hospital, they told me I got to go in and see him, but I couldn't touch his body because it was considered a crime scene, and they had to do investigation and forensics, and they did an autopsy, and it was a long time later, we found out it was a combination of fentanyl, heroin, and then his alcohol that he had drank, but it had fentanyl. That day, I survived, and I was given Narcan, and the police officer that came in afterwards, I went to the hospital. I was taken to the hospital, and the police officer came in and gave me her number or her name, and I guess she was one of the first people on the scene. And then Michelle from Olive Branch Ministry came and gave me her card and talked to me. I knew from at that day, I survived, but I knew that I might not survive the next time. Danny didn't survive. He lost his battle that day, and it took me a while to be able to talk about it without crying. But I just, want to spread the message that there is hope for recovery. I'm very thankful Olive Branch was there. Later I called Michelle, and she gave me some information on treatment options. So that day was like a pivotal moment. It was like, you're going to either start to recover, or you can go backwards, and you may not come back from this for next time. I decided to go into treatment. I went into an intensive outpatient treatment, and I've been clean for 15 months.
Wow, 15 months.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
How do you feel?
I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. That was May 5th of 2019. I had to resign from my job the next week. I went into a recovering professionals program. I'm a nurse. God, I knew God before, and I knew Jesus as my higher power, but I have grown so close to Him. I have a sponsor. I work in the program on Step 11, which is meditation and prayer, so I'm really getting into talking with God and just finding out who I am, because for so long I didn't know, and I thought that I could hide my problems and take a pill or take a drug or drink, and that would solve it. And then I realized that day that was not the answer, and there is a solution. Life is so fragile. You just never know when. But as long as you've got breath in your body, there's hope.
Right.
So,
So what I've took away from what you said is that overdose and addiction is real, but so is recovery.
exactly.
So is recovery.
Exactly.
It is possible.
Oh yeah, it is, and it's wonderful. Like, every day I wake up and I think how I used to be and my thoughts, and I just focus on one day at a time.
Right.
There's hope. There's somebody out there that can help you. Addiction, it doesn't discriminate. It can hit anybody.
Mm-hmm.
It can be the lawyer, the doctor, the nurse.
The nurse, because you are a nurse.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You are the face that a lot of people don't really picture
Right.
in their mind who's addicted.
Right.
Most people think about the person doing drugs as the one who's
Homeless
living
person.
under the bridge.
Right.
But a lot of the times it's the person at the hospital
Right,
who's
right.
who's on staff.
Exactly.
Sometimes it's the doctor, sometimes it's the nurse
Exactly.
who lives in a nice house. And so thank you so much for sharing your story.
I hear your SOS, your SOS. I will send out an army to find you in the middle of the darkest night. It's true, I will rescue you. There is no distance that cannot be covered over and over. You're not defenseless. I'll be your shelter, I'll be your armor. I hear you whisper underneath your breath. I hear your SOS, your SOS. I will send out an army to find you in the middle of the darkest night. It's true, I will rescue you. I will never stop marching to reach you in the middle of the hardest fight. It's true, I will rescue you. I hear the whisper underneath your breath. I hear